Protests began in multiple cities in the United States following the 2020 United States presidential election between then-President Donald Trump and Democratic challenger Vice President Joe Biden. Held on November 3, 2020, Biden won the election, receiving 81.3 million votes had been tabulated. The Electoral College voted on December 14, in accordance with law, formalizing Biden's victory. Before and after the election, Trump, his presidential campaign, and his allies challenged the legitimacy of the election and falsely claimed widespread electoral fraud. Trump and his allies filed dozens of legal challenges to the results, which were rejected by at least 86 judges from across the political spectrum, in both the state and federal courts, including by federal judges appointed by Trump himself. The courts found that his claims had no factual or legal basis. His unsubstantiated allegations of widespread voting fraud were also refuted by state election officials. Pro-Trump protesters, including groups such as the Proud Boys, engaged in multiple demonstrations in Washington, D.C., state capitals, and other locations nationwide protesting the election results and echoing Trump's claims of election fraud. In November and December 2020, there were nighttime clashes and street scuffles in Washington, D.C. between Trump supporters who refused to accept the president's defeat, including the Proud Boys, and counter-protesters. On January 6, the day when Congress formally counts the electoral votes, Trump supporters gathered for the Save America rally where attendees heard speeches from President Trump and his personal lawyer, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Before the speeches were over, a mob of protesters marched on Congress and stormed the building. Congress was in session at the time, certifying the Electoral College vote count. Several buildings in the U.S. Capitol complex were evacuated, and protesters broke past security to enter the U.S. Capitol building, including National Statuary Hall. All buildings in the Capitol complex were subsequently locked down. There was reportedly an armed standoff at the doors to the House chambers. One person was shot within the Capitol building, and one Capitol police officer died after having a stroke the next day, potentially as a result of being sprayed with bear spray. At least 2 improvised explosive devices were found. In the aftermath of the storming of the U.S. Capitol, at least 36 House Democrats called for Trump's immediate impeachment and removal by Congress. State-level officials including Maryland Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford supported impeachment, and representatives called on Vice President Mike Pence to remove Trump via the 25th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Trump continued to face backlash in the days following and, due to his use of social media to encourage his supporters' protests and violence, was eventually restricted or banned from most online platforms including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and his preferred Twitter. Armed supporters of Trump have continued protesting in the aftermath of the storming of the U.S. Capitol. As of January 10, armed protests were being planned at the state capitals of most states. Thousands of troops poured into the Capitol, and by the inauguration ceremony for Biden, up to 25,000 troops were deployed to guard against further threats to security. In remarks from the White House in the early hours of November 4, President Donald Trump alleged, without presenting evidence, that fraud was being committed during vote counting efforts and remarked, "We will win this. As far as I'm concerned, we already have won." Some major networks conducted live fact-checking and interrupted the president's speech while others offered uninterrupted coverage. Meanwhile, former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon had suggested that waging violence against Drive Anthony Fauci and FBI Director Christopher A. Wray could serve as a warning to federal bureaucrats to begin a second term for President Trump. Political observers had suggested the possibility of a contested election and premature claim of victory by Trump in the months before of the election. This expectation was based on the likelihood that initial votes counted on election night would skew heavily Republican while mail-in ballots would skew heavily Democratic, a blue shift that became more favorable to Biden as more votes were counted and could be misrepresented as fraudulent. Pro-Trump events related to the election outcome have taken place around the country beginning on November 4th. We're gonna walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so loudly for some of them. Because you're never going to take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol to peacefully